Hey, what's up, Famcast? Today we bring you a special episode. We're going to be interviewing my cousin Nano. Um, this is something new to us. This is something for you guys to get to know him a little better. Uh, See, we didn't tell you guys we were going to do this interview. You know, we were saying we are going to bring out a different episode before this. But, you know, we had changing mind, changing plans. So we're going to go ahead and kick this off. We're going to interview Nano. You ready, Nano?
Listo.
All right.
Listo.
Anything you want to say, Diego?
What's up?
Anything you want to say? You've been MIA for a while.
Dude, I'm just glad to be back. I've been sleeping for the last 3 weeks.
Hibernating.
Sleeping.
All right.
But I'm back. I'm hungry and I'm ready.
All right, so we're gonna get this thing going. All right, guys. So we're gonna start asking Nano questions. Before we ask questions, could you please state your first and last name and date of birth, please, before for the record? Nah, just play.
Social security.
So.
5, 6,
5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. So here, let's get this thing going. All right. So we're I'm gonna start it off. So first off, I want to ask you is what's your favorite thing about making a podcast?
My favorite thing about making a podcast is having a platform to speak, but also hanging out with you all. I mean, during these times we're not able to actually physically always be together, but we're doing this makes it hanging out with you, but also doing something that we both want to do, and more importantly, getting to know each other on a level like this. This has been so cool, learning about your both is the wisdom, not the wisdom, I'm sorry, the quotes that you all enlighten me with, things like that. I like to talk to you guys because it's been fun to just have like you said, a platform to speak on, do what we want to do, use specific themes, but then also learn about each other, and I think that's super cool that we're able to do that this way.
Right on. So it's pretty much screw quarantine, huh? That's right.
Yeah, screw quarantine.
Nah.
Zooming out.
All right. Another question I wanted to ask, maybe something the people, the community would probably want to know is, what's one thing that makes you the person you are today?
Gee, that's a deep question. What makes me the person that I am today? That's a very, very hard question because there's so many different things that have happened. But I think one of the things that makes me who I am today specifically is being having my Latin culture, having that aspect of myself, para poder hablar en inglés, en español y hacer lo que me gusta hacer en una manera que es auténtica para mí. Es lo que me hace ser la persona que soy hoy, porque antes yo nunca sabía mucho de mi cultura, no sabía qué era lo que me hacía seguir de luchar, seguir adelante, hacer cosas así, ser tan valiente, hasta que entendí lo que es ser una persona latino en los Latinx, en los Estados Unidos, echándole ganas.
There you go.
That's what makes me not forgetting that idea of my mom taught me to speak Spanish and value it, and I think that's been one of the best things to really encompass, and to say that Reyes can do that, and it's Reyes, not Reyes, or to have the ability to say that, it's brought in such a profound meaning to who I am as a person.
Right on.
Translation. I love puppies and pizza.
I love puppies and pizzas, they're my favorite.
Google search, Google Translate. Viva la raza.
English out there.
Yeah. All right. Here's something a little deep.
That's a big one.
Yeah. That's a good. It's a deep question, but let me ask you a deeper one. If someone has asked for your opinion on life, so if someone has asked for your opinion on life, what would you tell them?
My opinion on life, I tell them only listen to half of what I'm saying because it's my opinion. You have to really encompass what your opinion is and value that. Don't forget what you yourself has taught yourself along your own journey. But live it up. Live it up. Life's way too short. It's way too short. Moments pass by so fast in the blink of an eye even. And I value that, appreciate that. Don't have regrets. Regrets is something that can foster a lot of negative energy, but we can let go of that. We can choose to let go of that. And you, the person asking me this, is you get to choose that. You get to live your own opinion and live it authentically and live it to its best because it's gonna fly by.
Oh, nice. Let's see.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You want to mix and match?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was really good.
Yeah,
You know, my question isn't as deep though. I kind of want to. But no, that's true. But hey, if animals could talk, what do you think would be the rudest?
What do I think would be the what? I'm sorry?
The rudest.
What would be the rudest animal?
Yeah.
Humans, we are animals. We're rudest. No, but I think what would be the rudest animal?
Not me.
You know, I would have to say for me, honestly, it'd be the chicken because a chicken made me I was going to the store with my mom and my sister, and the chicken beat me up, and it was very rude. It like attacked me. It was the chicken would be the rudest one. Which one crossed?
Was it
chicken or the egg?
Was it a stray or what?
What was that?
What was it?
There were some chickens we had in the backyard in the house we were living at on Olive Street. There was chickens there. I'm pretty sure I was like playing with the chicks, and then the mom beat me up. But I don't know. But yeah, I got beat up by a chicken. It was rude. I was just trying to go to the store.
I would agree on that.
Yeah. Dude, they don't even blink, so you don't even know if they're.
Oh wait.
I don't think they have feelings.
I don't think. Yeah, you're right. I don't think they have feelings. They were not empathic towards me at all.
Hey, what was the weirdest habit you had as a child?
Okay, so I still have this habit today, and it's doing this. Like biting my nails. I don't know what it is about biting my nails that I've been doing since I was small, like very, very small. Ever since I can remember, I would tore up my nails, and there's like I've done the whole like sitting on your hands thing, or I painted my nails so that I like done manicures and things like that, so that I don't do this, and eventually like I just take them all off. It's weird. Why do it? I try to be as sanitary as possible. I like to wash my hands and stuff like that, but I don't know what it is about like biting my nails. That habit I was never ever able to kick it. It started when I was small. I remember being like 4 or 5 years old, even in like Disneyland waiting lines, or like talking, just like people talking to me, and they're asking me questions, and I'd be like, I don't know why I do it.
It was like anxiousness.
Yeah.
Definitely anxiousness, but it's so weird how it's evolved to such a thing. Like you would think with a lot of self-care, a lot of self-help, you might develop other healthier coping skills. But I was doing it when I was driving home today. I was just like,
You're
Keep
nervous.
your hands on the wheel.
my hands on the wheel. That's weird. I'm gonna remember that. Next time I'm biting my hands in the freeway, I'm gonna be like, put your hands on the wheel, fool.
Diego said.
Yeah.
What was that?
Diego said.
Diego said.
All right, I got another question for you. So this is kind of not as deep as the other ones, but what's your favorite food?
Hard. Tacos.
Tacos.
Or chilaquiles. Tacos and chilaquiles. Like, gonna be what you go to. Honestly, maybe even like depends on the day. Like in the morning, I will have chilaquiles, and then that afternoon, definitely tacos. know, like just have a whole good day of food that day.
Hey, do you put a protein in your chilaquiles?
Do I put a what?
A protein, like a chicken.
Like egg, for example. Yeah, for sure.
Oh
Alright,
yeah.
you like an egg, yeah.
When I lived in Chico, I stopped putting eggs in the chilaquiles I was making for specific reasons, but now I definitely put an egg on my chilaquiles.
Was it because of the flashbacks of being punked by a chicken while walking to the store one day? What was it? Is that why you eat eggs?
You would think, I still really like my chilaquiles with eggs. I just, no. Well, my roommate at the time didn't like eggs or doesn't eat eggs. Allergic to eggs, I should say. Allergic to eggs.
Oh, alright.
You want to ask him
Shout
another?
out, Patty, I miss you.
Ask him another question, Diego.
Yeah, hey, what's one question that you can ask someone to find out just a little bit more about them? So is there like a go-to question that you ask somebody when you're trying to get to know them?
Tell me more about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that sounds super general, but like, tell me more about that. But like, if it's just like an introductory, like,
I thought you were asking me. I was like, that's all I got.
elaborate more on the question.
Question.
Yeah, so it kind of circles back to the person, and they'll ask more things or say more things or elaborate more, and it just invites more of a, like, I guess, a deeper conversation, honestly.
Right on.
Nice.
Let's see.
Oh, cool.
What's your favorite genre in music?
I'm genre fluid. I don't even remember when I discovered that term, but I'm genre fluid. I like all aspects, all types of music.
If
from
you
rap to country, from hip hop to like a lot of, I think my playlist right now is a lot of like powerful women, like Ariana Grande or Jenny Rivera, like
nice.
Selena, like all these variety. But like my mom, I think it's just my family in general. Like my mom has a wide range of music that she grew up listening to. My sister did too, and I definitely picked up on all of those different types of music. I think one thing for me, I don't not like music. Like I can learn to appreciate even artists that I'm not personally a fan of. I can appreciate their music for sure.
Jenny Rivera still hits, man.
Yeah. Ya lo sé.
To my mom's cleaning in the kitchen.
Esa no.
Yeah.
That's right. Let me see.
Yeah, no, it What's that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was thinking.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it tied to a lot of that, like having, like you said, when you mentioned, like, hear my mom cleaning in the weekends and like listening to this music. It was a ray, like from Jenny Rivera to Madonna. It's just awesome. It was cool to grow up in that environment.
Let me see. All right, I have another one for you. So since we're speaking on music right now, what's one song that you'll never get annoyed or bored of?
That one's difficult too because there's so much. I'm gonna see my whole playlist. But if I really had to choose a song, Un Puño de Tierra.
Un Puño de
I
Tierra.
could listen to Un Puño de Tierra over and over and over again and like belt out each word and like with meaning, con una razón de cantar y darle gracias a la vida que tengo. Porque
That's
pues,
right.
esto está ahí, lo vamos a dar.
El rey del acordeón.
Yeah.
Who sings it? Tell the people.
What was that?
Who sings it?
Oh,
Tell the
Ramon
people.
Ayala, no? Okay, it's a various of artists, but Ramon Ayala, it's been...
Ramon Ayala.
Oh, I said Chente.
Both good singers. Both fucking amazing. Oh, excuse my language. Bleep that out.
Yeah, we'll beep it out. Let's see, give him another question, Diego.
Yeah, dude, I got a serious one for you, and I really think that, you know, there are a lot of people in this world that are really wondering what we do in the shower. And one of the biggest things that I'm trying, like, it's my purpose in this world to find out what people do. And the one question that I have is, Nano, do you wash your legs in the shower? Answer that seriously. We need to know. Serious.
That's a very deep question.
How deep do you
No,
scrub?
that's why
For the record, what me and my shower do is what me and my shower do. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I wash my legs because I just you put the soap on the loofah, you put some water, and then you just scrub your legs. All the way
It
through.
looks like you're dancing in there. What are you doing?
You know what though? I love to perform in the shower. I'm a diva in the shower. I start like washing over here and shaking over here. Oh, nah, I love that. Yeah. Like I said, what I do in the shower is what I do in the shower. I just
But do you believe, okay, so that question just leads to another question, is do you believe that when you wash your hair, you know, you scrub your face, and that soap that's running down your body is going to eventually reach your legs? So do you scrub your legs?
Yeah.
Because you already have soap doing the work, brother. I'm just saying.
I didn't think of the soap that way. I just imagine like washing my body off. So I just go from like part to part. My mom, I don't know. She showed me how to like just wash.
Good job, Dia.
Good job, yeah.
Pones tu muñeca.
They're like bubbles, man.
La conca.
Shit. Damn. I just really had to ask that. I really did. Oh.
No, I thank my mom and Ping Pong for knowing how to answer that question.
Oh.
Ping pong. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me ask you another question. Explain one of your favorite childhood memories. One that hits. One that that's very, very special to you. I know there's a lot, but
yeah, it's a hard one.
one that comes up to mind.
But like, it's a hard question, but it's also not a hard question. It's like kind of like one that really stands out. Is so some of you all might know my Nina lived in Teviston on a trailer, and she had this like huge bucket of flour, or maseca or flour, one of those two, to make tortillas. The one that tastes really good. No, it was not flour. It was maseca. It was maseca. It was maseca. So my mom would oftentimes leave me there because she would go to school, and I would stay in Pixley, or not Pixley. I'm sorry, Teviston. But I also like wouldn't like to get picked up. I loved being there. And I have this. The maseca had a lot to do with it, if I remember correctly. But more importantly, like my Nina would always listen to Shakira, and I remember like specifically. Ciega Sordomuda, she was washing the dishes, cleaning, and that song was coming out, and she was getting it. Like, her hair was swaying back and forth. It was very, very long, and it was so cool to, like, watch that, and, like, I remember just eating all of the maseca. All of the maseca, just out of the bucket, and she's, like, dancing and singing, and mom's probably, like, studying somewhere. That memory, I cherish that memory so much when I like remember it.
That's cool. That's cool.
It touches me, and I love music. I love dancing. I love doing. It has so much to do with who I am today. It's like having that memory. And I know I shared that with her, but it also has a lot to do with why I treasure it now.
Yeah.
That's something that I've always loved.
Right on. That's cool. You have another question for him, Diego?
Yeah. Hey, but Nano, do you courtesy flush?
Okay, so courtesy flush.
Since we're talking about my stepdad, courtesy flush.
Is courtesy flush when you like flush 2 times, or is it when you?
You don't even know what it is.
It's every time it goes.
I flush 2 times, but I also like when I go into a public restroom and I see that people didn't flush, I flush 2. So I'm very confused with the question, but also like. That's a very legit answer. Like, what is courtesy flushing? Like, I flush 2 times. I make sure nothing's there. But I also, for example, in my old house, like, it wouldn't go away. So my roommate and I just learned to, like, flush 2-3 times. And that was
all right.
I wasn't really sure.
We'll break this down for you. A courtesy flush is every time you go, you flush. So if you keep going, you keep flushing. So the smell won't be there. So you just keep going every time.
I feel like I'm so
30 years old. You don't even know what courtesy flush is, man.
What was that?
I said 29 years old. You don't know what courtesy flushing is.
I'm 37.
You have no.
Welcome, Nano. Welcome to the world.
So now I guess I don't know. I just flush and then it doesn't go away.
Yeah, that's funny.
Always go away, Nano. You need to work on that. I'm just saying.
Hey, you know, a veces tiene maña.
Pues a veces la maña te necesita que quebrar. Yo nomás
I like it in the rancho where you just have to get the bucket, you throw it in there, and it goes away for sure. It's easy.
Dude, we need to go back to outhouses for sure. We need to make outhouses.
Let me see.
Como en my Nina's house in Mexico. You know, she had that. She had her house. We had. She had the outhouse before her restroom was working. So you know, we'd wake up in the middle of the night con alacranes y arañas here and there. I was scared, and dude, it was a pozo. It was a legit pozo, and it was this little, just little housey like that, just a little tiny one, as big as my head. And dude, it was scary. It was scary. And then in Sinaloa with Poncho and his family.
Oh, that thing's crazy. You had to.
Oh, that's what I was remembering. My Nina didn't have one. Nina didn't have one.
It was Poncho in
She
there.
had an actual restroom. It was Poncho in Sinaloa.
They had a well.
And yeah, dude, it was a well / outhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma had we had the pila to get the water from the pila and throw it in and let it go away.
Oh
And
yeah.
if it didn't, you just grab a thing of water, throw it in.
Let's see, I
I
have.
that here too with them.
Let's see, I have one more question for you. What? Oh no, I don't have one more question. I'm sorry. Let me see.
Hurry up.
I forgot I had other pages. Let me see. Do you believe what your zodiac sign says about you?
Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. Yeah, like I'm a Sagittarius. I was born in December, early December, but kind of late December too. That's why I don't agree with it because sometimes it doesn't correlate. But like Sagittarius are oftentimes like adventurous. It's like half man, so it's like half they seek wisdom, but then it's also half animal, so they seek survival, but also they're guarded because they have their archers as well. So all these different things, like I'm definitely not. I don't. That's like an archer. I don't condone violence or anything like that. But I love adventure. I love going out there and just experiencing new things. And like, there's not something that I might not say no to just because I like that sense of adventure. I seek wisdom, and I was like, I will read my zodiac sign every now and then. I think like, nah, this is totally not me. And then there's times where it like hits really, really deep. Like, yeah, I am going through changes in my life. How did you know that? Or like, I am seeking new opportunities. Like, what are you trying to tell me? But I think like I've learned to take that just like as a sign of the universe. Like, just really appreciate that there is an energy seeking me, and I need to learn how to listen to it and kind of go along with the wind of things. And I think that's part of just like seeing things from all perspectives. Like I'm not just a man. I'm also just I'm a being. I'm a species, and I'm gonna grow, and I appreciate the growth. But I defend myself in ways that are unconventional. Like I'm not gonna fight someone or like let's bring it out on the streets. Nah, I'm gonna see like what's going on, have a conversation about it, and address it, because that to me, it solves the problem, the issue, whatever it is that might be going on. Like I defend myself that way, but then I also don't. Like I'll let people say things that are like whatever, and just, like my mom taught me to like let words just like a duck. If someone says something you don't like, you're the wet duck. Let it just roll off and like, whatever, and move forward. But I feel like that has a lot more to do with mom raised me versus like my zodiac. But yeah, but then again, like that's another thing of the Sagittarius that I was like, oh my god, that's totally me. Like a complex individual, very complex. What else? Joyful and pride. A lot of things had to do with. I saw like a lot of proud and pride, and I am very. I've done like the animal who's who in the zoo, and I'm a peacock and a dolphin. So like I like. It's like. And I'm proud to be who I am. Like I'm proud of my roots. I'm proud of everything I've been through. And,
right on.
But my zodiac definitely, like again, yes and no. There's things that I'm like, I'm definitely an adventurer. It's hard to make decisions. I don't settle. I don't settle. I'm bored. Well, that's the thing. I don't let myself get bored because that has according to the Sagittarius thing, like the moon thing. That has a lot to do with being born the day I was born.
Right on.
I'm not iron too.
Hey, Nano, do you feel sometimes we can relate to horoscopes because, like us as people, we try to make sense of things as much as we can, even if it's something that we don't agree with 100%, but we find like little things where we see relativity?
Yeah, for sure, I do. I mean, just understanding, like, I've talked about this before, but just the psychology of it. I mean, it's supposed to, it's not just words that were created. Like, these are, our astrologers have passed this down from time after time and seen, like, these things happen to these specific people time after time. There's a science to it, and I believe that, and I think that me wanting to understand things, me being curious about the world, like, I'll read something like my zodiac sign and be like, nah, I don't agree with this. But then it'll be that thing later in the day that I was like, oh wow, I actually did manifest somehow. Like, whoa, that was trippy. And I think I go back to it because that maybe I do believe, but I also question it. I question it whether it's gonna be true, whether it's not gonna be true, and I admit when it's not true. Like, soon you'll find treasure, and I'm like, I've already had treasure. What do you mean? Like, or like the sense of adventure part, I definitely relate to it. Like anything that I read that says like, today you're trying something new, and like, yeah, I do that every single day. I try to do something new every single day. And like, I really wish I would have read my horoscope today. I wonder what it would have said.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That kind of goes with palm reading too. What do you think about palm readers?
I've always been curious. I've always been like wanting to know like what it says. But what I do know is what people have told me. Like people that like friends or people that are around me that have shared with me their experiences, and it's interesting how it just falls into place. And then these other things that when you went into your palm reading, you didn't foresee, and neither did the person reading your palm. And then like I feel like everything we do in life has a natural consequence, and a consequence, taking that negative connotation out of it, like it's just something that happens, cause and effect. And doing something like seeking future, seeking the truth is going to come with its, anxiety, or in all realistic, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like hypersensitive emotions, because you've been told that this might happen, so you're going to navigate your life accordingly. So like, and I don't want to give any specifics because it's my friend's personal stories, but just in reality, like if a palm reader tells me that like I'm gonna be seeking a new job soon, like that's gonna be really, really relative, because I am going through these phases of like going to job after job, and that I would believe that. But I also think that there's wisdom to what they're telling me. There's wisdom to their work and their art, and I think that it's validated when I find myself in a point in my life seeking truth, seeking wisdom in a way that I can navigate my life, and of course it's going to change accordingly. And that's like, I've always wanted to do it. I've always been curious of doing it, but I understand there's ramifications. And it's not that I fear the ramifications, it's that I want to choose wisely.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I heard about a lady in Delano by the fast strip on Cecil. Just I heard she's really popular. Hey, but I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that we kind of gravitate towards what we hear or what we know, and then I think it goes back to we are our own energy, so we can kind of create it as we hear it or as we go. But it's interesting subjects, man.
Yeah. Do you have another question from Diego?
Besides going back to, like, I just really feel like we need to know, man. So do you scrub your legs?
Yeah, I scrub my legs.
In the shower?
In the shower with body wash.
With the loofah?
With the loofah, yeah, I use my loofah.
Is it purple?
Yeah.
Is it a
we got
purple
our answer,
loofah?
guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our answer.
Alright, I have one more question for you. So, to end it, what's one thing you would like to say to the people?
Y'all, please vote. If you can vote, please. Vote because we as much as we didn't want or don't want to be in a democratic society, that's where we are at, and the sooner we can accept that, the sooner we can actually say we're in a democratic society, the people will recognize that they have the power to change things, and actually the change is going to come and happen. And no one is enslaved to a constitution that was written 200 years ago. We can change that. We have the ability to change that. We just actually have to get out there and vote. Don't hate on people who vote. Just let people vote. We're in the now. We have to do this now, because if we don't do it now, the people that it's going to affect truly significantly don't have that voice. So do it. Do it for them. Do it for your siblings that... I'm doing it for Julian because Julian wants to vote and he can't, and I want him to understand that when he does have the chance to vote, he's going to do it. He's going to practice it because I've been doing it. So you do it because it's important to do. It's the only way.
Julian, your opinion matters.
Yeah.
And when you're 18, it's going to be your turn, brother.
There you go.
Snapchat, Instagram, you have all these social medias who are telling you to vote. And just do it.
Oh,
Well, there you have it, folks. There you guys have it, guys. We have that interview on Nano. Hope you guys got to know a little bit about him. I mean, a little bit more than we can actually explain him if we were talking face to face, because then you'll get the whole book. Yeah, that's a couple chapters of Nano.
Your voice.
Yeah, make sure you guys vote.
Use their voice.
Yeah, you go ahead and vote, man, and don't if you ask why, it's because Nano said. Yeah. So there you go.
For Mono.
and Mono as well. Yeah, Mono said it as well. So there you go.
Mono.
So we're gonna keep bringing you guys this content. We're gonna interview everyone else that's been on one of our episodes, just so you guys can get to know them a little better. So we'll see who's going next. Either myself, Diego. Who knows? We're gonna ask Alex. Mono said he was down to do it as well. So yeah, man. Stay tuned. If you guys want us to interview a certain person, just comment it on the box. Leave it in the comment area, and we'll go ahead and get on that. But there you guys have it. That's interview with Nano. That's episode